We're here with Sandy Skinner from EcoSkin. Oh, should I say EcoSkin?
You can say either EcoSkin, EcoSkin, but I say EcoSkin.
And Sandy is still glowing.
Yes, I am. It was such a fun time. You know, it's my first fashion show. It was my first show, obviously with Mikey too. So it was so high energy. I love the way that she does shows where she produces them with the kind of stories and shows in between. I always say it's Cirque du Soleil meets a Fashion Week show. You know, so it's so much more exciting than just going to a regular runway show.
Just to catch you up a little bit, because I feel like you're just coming in on the conversation.
Exactly.
Sandy was there last night at the Green Initiative Humanitarian Fashion Show.
Yep.
At Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week Los Angeles at Smashbox Studios.
Exactly. God, that is a lot to say. You did it much better than I ever could with lack of sleep. Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, it was a great event, and it was a phenomenal studio to do it at. Main stage, over 400 people, buyers and press attended. So it was a phenomenal turnout, and it was so much fun for me to include the animals also. It was a little bit of a stress, but it was very fun.
Now, when Sandy says include the animals, tell us about these animals that came on stage with you.
Well, my whole concept, the reason why I really started being passionate about the environment is I'm a huge animal activist. I work part-time. One of the things I do is I volunteer at a ranch that takes care of exotic animals and helps rescue them and train them. So I really wanted to pull that in with what I do. And so when I shoot all my lookbooks, I put one of the animals from the ranch on every one of my lookbooks.
So what do you do at the ranch?
I volunteer there. So part of what you do is just help train the animals, go in, clean their cages, work with them, help them learn how to be close to people, not to be afraid. They could have been abused. You know, there's animals like the monkeys can come from a drug dealer who was using them, bought them off the internet. I mean, they come from a million different places.
Yeah, when we're talking exotic animals, we're not talking about a place where people's cats and stray dogs and things like that ended up.
No, these are exotic animals. So you're talking lions and tigers and bears, oh my. So last night in the show, we had a wolf, which was really great. We also had a snake, and we had an
albino python.
It was an albino python. It was, yeah, very famous. And then we also had a capuchin monkey that I walked out with at the end. So, and Rowdy's a love, and it was so exciting to be able to bring him there and kind of share that with people too. So it was fun.
Well, you know, you really had that kind of shock and awe, because I was watching the people along the stage, right? All the celebrities.
Yeah, it was fun because I think people weren't ready for it either, you know, and so it was something that was different and exciting, and I think it makes people think too, like what we do every day makes a difference to the animals in the world. Like we have to be conscientious of their environment because we are encroaching on their environment. So it's I think it brings it all together, you know.
So how does working with animals inspire you when you create your fashions?
You know what, it really does, because when I start with my color palette, my spring line was really based on the earth. I did earth themes, so a lot of the colors are yellows and browns and like earth tones, and a lot of the colors for the blues are skies and water and those kind of colorways. So it's all environmental, kind of environmentally inspired. So,
for example, the blues that you're talking about over here.
Yes, the blues that we show right here look like sky, ocean. They're a combination of those kind of colorways. And then you can look at our earth colors here that are very kind of driven from, you know, nature. You know, the Australian outback was kind of a theme that I was thinking of. So it's very much nature inspired. So for me, you know, you can't separate the environment and animals and how we all have to live cohesively, you know. So that's kind of where my thought process comes from.
They're beautiful. And I will tell you, you've created enough of a statement in your fashion line that after the fashion show, I was just standing by the bathroom, and one of the things that you're going to notice about our line is there is not any huge logo anywhere at all on this.
Nowhere.
Yep. But still, her style was identifiable enough that people were coming up and saying, oh, that's an EcoSkin, isn't it?
I love that. I love that. That like gives me so much happiness, you know, to hear that, because, you know, as a new designer, the line's really only been out since March of this year. The fact that people are recognizing signature pieces is like a dream come true for me. You know, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm making an impact with what I'm doing. Yeah, it's a really big deal. So, of course, it helps that beautiful women like yourself are wearing it. But no, it's I know, but it's great. And the thing that I think people are gravitating to, it's really comfortable. So you can be really flirty, you can be really sexy, really feminine, and really comfortable, and you do not have to sacrifice anything to do that. And that's really what I wanted to do. So you're, of course, doing a great job of supporting me, so I love it.
So we've seen some of them on the runway last night. So tell us about some of your signature pieces that you have for spring 2009.
Okay, well, this dress is one of my signature dresses. This silhouette has been probably my #1 bestseller. I've done it with different sleeves. It's very figure flattering. If you look at the back, it's got a great little V, which is very flattering on the back end too, and it gives you a waist if you don't have one.
Now, Sandy, when you say figure flattering, does this mean it flatters all figures, or is this better on one type of figure or another?
No, that means it flatters all figures, because what women all want is that shape, that Marilyn Monroe. So you can be a size 14 and still have a great shape, or you can be a size 2 and have a great shape. You just want something that curves your body. So that's one of the great things that this dress really does, for sure. And then there's fun stuff too, like this great color block dress that we did for spring that's had a great reaction. I wore this last night on the runway. Really fun, flirty, ruffles are big, really very sexy. But the thing about this is it's super comfortable. It doesn't touch you anywhere, you know? You could be pregnant and wear these and still be absolutely comfortable. And so
you mean you could be pregnant and not have to buy a separate wardrobe of pregnant clothes?
Which is such a great thing, for sure. You definitely could. So this is super comfortable and really sexy, and this color block dress has been really good. And you can see we did it in 2 different colorways. This is the Earth Outback colorway, and this is the Ocean Seat colorway. So it's really, yeah, it's been a great, great style. So we had some really fun stuff, too.
Oh, that's so nice.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you so much.
Look forward to seeing much more of what you come out with.
You will definitely see more and more. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sandy.
Take care.
There you go.